From stories across the globe to stories here at home, this is the National News Broadcast. A very good evening to you. I'm Sharifa Tahir.
A very good evening. I am Dishan Virakone, and we start off by taking a look at your headlines for tonight. Commemorative programs held island-wide to mark the 17th anniversary of the tsunami disaster. Accusations leveled stating that the strike of railway station masters has been staged on political needs. Tourist arrivals increase in several areas of the country. Health authorities request the public to follow health guidelines. Possibility of sending a satellite from Sri Lanka is being explored. Archbishop Desmond Tutu, who stood against South Africa's apartheid system, passes away.
We move on to those and other stories in detail now. Today marks the 17th anniversary of the tsunami catastrophe, which destroyed hundreds of thousands of human lives and an enormous amount of properties. In Sri Lanka alone, more than 35,000 people were killed in the disaster. Many programs have been organized island-wide commemorating the disaster. National Safety Day also falls today. A tremor which had occurred in the bottom of the Indian Ocean at 6:55 a.m. Sri Lanka time on the 26th of December 2004 recorded its intensity as 9.1 on the Richter scale. The gigantic sea waves of the Great Tsunami had reached the shore around 9:25 a.m. at a speed of more than 800 kilometers per hour. 14 countries in the Asian region were devastated by this natural calamity. 14 districts in Sri Lanka were affected without any discrimination based on racial, religious, or rich and poor differences. Only an unpleasant memory was left behind in the minds of many who had encountered the tragedy. The train that was engulfed by the tsunami waves, killing nearly 1,700 passengers, is regarded as the world's most deadliest train accident. The then government had taken expeditious measures to restore the situation, despite the fact that the country had lost many resources. The outcome had been that Sri Lanka was well in advance in comparison to other countries in bringing normalcy to the affected nation. An all-island 2-minute silence was observed from 9:25 to 9:27 a.m. today in memory of those killed in the deadliest menace exactly 17 years ago. The commemoration program was also conducted in front of the tsunami monument in Peraliya to recall the memory of those killed in the tsunami train accident. Galle District Disaster Management Unit has organized a floral commemorative ceremony according to health protective measures. Southern Province Governor Willie Gambage, Minister Ramesh Patirana, MP Sampath Attukorala, and District Secretary Shanta Veerasinghe attended the function. A silence of 2 minutes was observed in memory of those who died in the disaster. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa lighted lamps this morning at the temple trees in commemoration of Sri Lankans who died in the tsunami 17 years ago. Mrs. Shiranti Wickramasinghe Rajapaksa was also present on the occasion. The group, including the Prime Minister, observed 2 minutes of silence from 9:25 a.m. to 9:27 a.m. Minister of Irrigations and State Minister of Defence, Disaster Management and Home Affairs Chamal Rajapaksa said that the time has come to build a culture of safety among all communities. Issuing a statement in connection with National Safety Day, the minister has said that pre-preparation is the answer for natural disasters. A group of people who visited Yala National Park lost their lives in the tsunami disasters. Relatives of the deceased organized a religious ceremony today at Katargama sacred premises. Several memorial programs in memory of those who died in tsunami took place this morning at Navaladi, Mutwal and Tiruchendur areas. The main commemoration was held near Navaladi Memorial. Ampara Bishop Ponnaya Joseph and a group of people were present on the occasion. 1,800 in the Batikla district died in the tsunami. Relatives of the deceased remembered them at the commemoration ceremony. Jairaj Abilas, who went missing in tsunami waves and later found and named Tsunami Baby, paid floral tributes to the tsunami memorial built at his home. Although 9 mothers claimed him as their baby, he was handed over to the father following a DNA test. Abilas is studying in grade 12 at present.
Meanwhile, the strike launched by the railway station masters continued today as well. Several railway trade unions said that the strike is unreasonable when fair solutions have been given to the demands of the station masters. Now they have accused that it is taking place on political needs. Railway station masters are engaged in a strike demanding solutions to 24 demands. A severe crisis has occurred since train tickets are not being issued and not transporting goods. Chairman of the Station Masters Union, Sumedha Somaratna, said that the strike, which was planned from midnight today, has been postponed until 10 a.m. tomorrow. Chairman of the Station Masters Union, Sumedha Somaratna, said that another round of discussion will take place at 10 a.m. tomorrow. We hope there will be a positive outcome. 2 trade union actions are taking place. Not accepting parcels and not issuing tickets are continuing. Several railway trade unions said that the railway authorities have expressed willingness to provide solutions to the problems of the station masters. They said that they have condemned the strike, which is launched on baseless allegations. Secretary to the Railway Engine Drivers Union, Indika Durangoda, said that the railway management and they were informed that the trade union action will not be given up, stating that the 10 demands cannot be accepted after agreeing to the demands. They are clearly trying to get political benefits using this opportunity.
පරිපාලනයේ විශාල හවුහරණක් නොවුන්ට තියෙනවා. මොකද ඔවුන් සියල්ලම පහුගිය යහපාලන රජයට සම්බන්ධව ළඟින් කටයුතු කරපු නිලධාරීන්. මේක සහසුදක්සේ
General Secretary of the Sri Lanka Pudujana Railway Workers Union, Nadira Manoj, said that this action has been taken on the need of a group including Mr. Sajid Premadasa. This railway department is in a difficult situation. The income is further decreasing. They are trying to further disrupt the income of the railway department. Even some station masters said that the strike is very unreasonable.
Minister Bandula Gunawardana says that facilities have been provided to the consumers to purchase 10 kilograms of rice at concessionary rates during the festive season. The minister mentioned this during a media briefing today. Minister Bandula Gunawardana said that it has been decided to give the opportunity for the consumers to purchase 10 kilograms of rice instead of 5 kilograms in connection with the new year. The concessions are given until 31st of December. Satosa customers have purchased 22 million rupees worth of goods on the 24th. He said that Satosa provides goods at competitive prices. The best solution is to increase production.
Now, the arrival of local and foreign tourists has increased in several areas of the country. It is reported that several places including Nuwara, Galle, Anuradhapura, Sigiriya, Polonnaruwa, Negombo and Kandy have become tourist destinations. A majority of tourists are not following health protective measures. Health authorities said it is essential to follow health guidelines as the corona pandemic has not been decreased. Meanwhile, Alla and Ravana Falls areas have been filled with local tourists. Tourists who are arriving in Nuwara are seen near Gregory Lake and in the town. Nuwara Urban Council pumped out water in the Gregory Lake due to a development project. However, it was decided to fill the lake with water again for tourist attraction. Now, a severe cold is experienced in the mornings in the western areas of the Central Hills. As a result, frost could be seen in several places of the Bhagavan Talava area.
In the meantime, health authorities have requested the public to refrain from unnecessary travel and to follow health guidelines. Colombo District Regional Health Services Director Consultant Dr. Dilip Lianage said that many people have not taken the booster dose and he requested them to get the vaccine as soon as possible.
Pfizer booster vaccination started on 10th December. But unfortunately, vaccination program is going on very slowly. Up to now, we have been vaccinated around 30%. So I humbly request all my Sri Lankan people to take the vaccine from the very first time. So that is the only weapon that you can get protected from this coronavirus, especially from the Omicron. I think most of you know by now, it is very rapidly, very fast spreading in western part of the world. When it comes to France, they had to lock down. Even they had to lock down the Disneyland yesterday to secure their people from this coronavirus. Therefore, lot of us now we have forgot about this coronavirus. Now we have start to go unnecessary trips and unnecessary shopping, and my humble request, please do only necessary traveling, and otherwise please spend your time at home, because this Omicron is spreading very fast. We don't know what is the strains still, and it can be asymptomatic or symptomatic. So there may be lot of symptomatic people who can carry this virus. When you are going out unnecessarily, you might take this disease home. So it is like a bomb. So please protect your families by not going outside, by being at home, to limited your travels only for the necessary things. And the second thing, please wear your mask correctly and consistently wherever you go out, and don't remove it unless you are at home. And then always try to keep the distance. Wash your hands with soap at least 20 seconds. Apart that, try to boost your immunity by doing regular exercises, at least 45 minutes regular exercise. That is the only way out. If we are not adhere to the health guidelines and the regulations, we might have to face the unnecessary troubles from upcoming year especially. This will be boomerang, like after 1 month, 2 months time, then we won't be able to again celebrate Sinhala and Tamil New Year this time also.
A total of 33,178,974 vaccine doses have been inoculated to the people in the country under the COVID immunization program. Accordingly, 15,992,016 persons have received the first dose of the vaccine, while 13,829,115 have received both doses. A total of 3,388,943 have received the booster dose thus far. The Director General of Health Services confirmed 13 COVID-19 related deaths which had occurred yesterday.
Now taking a look at the global update regarding COVID-19. Now France reported a record high of 104,611 COVID-19 infections yesterday, breaking the 100,000 threshold for the first time since the pandemic began. Now, yesterday's tally marked the third consecutive day that numbers have reached record highs. President Emmanuel Macron and key members of the government are in discussion over the new COVID-19 safety measures. Officials are concerned on the effect of the rapid spread of the Omicron variant. The French Health Authority recommended adults receive a booster jab 3 months after their initial vaccination. Now, the government is moving to make the health pass issued to the vaccinated valid only if people accept the booster jab. In the meantime, some regions have already enacted their own safety measures. Meanwhile, tens of thousands of airline passengers have been hit by the grounding of thousands of flights, as a surge in COVID cases has occurred following staff shortages. At least 7,000 flights have now been cancelled since Friday and over the Christmas weekend. Chinese and US airlines appear to be the hardest hit, with further delays and cancellations announced for tomorrow. Recorded COVID cases are rising sharply around the world, largely driven by the Omicron variant. Now, new tougher restrictions have come in force from today in Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland under devolved powers in a bid to curb rising coronavirus cases across the United Kingdom. Prime Minister Boris Johnson and his cabinet is expected to review the latest data and advice from experts tomorrow to decide if further restrictions need to be brought in for England as well. The region is currently under Plan B measures, which call for working from home, compulsory face masks and COVID-19 vaccination certificates for entry to large venues.
Back to more local stories. The Presidential Task Force for One Country, One Law commenced gathering public views in the Central Province under the patronage of Committee Chairman Venerable Gunawardana Gnanasara Thera. The gathering of views took place yesterday in Matale and Kandy district secretariats. Religious leaders, volunteer organizations, professionals and the public expressed their views to the committee. Getting public views in the Central Province will take place tomorrow as well. Venerable Gnanasara Thera said that he would be committed to present a set of proposals that can be agreed upon by everyone and which could be fair by all communities. Venerable Gnanasara Thera said that as he understands the interest of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa in this regard, he expects to hand over the report of the task force to the President soon. Secretary to the committee, President's Senior Assistant Secretary Jeevanthi Senanayake said that views can be expressed to the committee over the telephone number 011-269-1775 or through the address room number 3G upon 19 BMICH Baudaloka Mawatha Colombo 7 or through email ocall.consultations@gmail.com. The Presidential Task Force can obtain the views of the people in northern and eastern provinces earlier. Secretary to the committee Jeevanthi Senanayake, committee members Professor Shanti Nandana Vijayasinghe, Senior Lecturer Sumedha Veerabardhana, attorneys at law Sanjay Marambe and Pani Vavala and Dr. Jeevaka Bandara were present on the occasion. Thereafter, Chairman of the Presidential Task Force for One Country, One Law, Venerable Gunawardana Gnanasara Thera, and the committee members visited Peradeniya Gatambe Rajopavanarama Temple. They called over on the chief prelate of the temple, Venerable Kapiteyagoda Siri Vimala Thera, and received his blessings.
Meanwhile, State Minister Dilum Amunagama says that bus fares will be increased subjected to certain conditions. Now, during a function in Kandy, he said that the reason for the price increase was of fuel. State Minister Dilum Amunagama said that the government had to increase the price of fuel. By Wednesday, a decision has to be taken about bus fares. Although we do not want to increase bus fares with the price increase of diesel, bus fares cannot be reduced. Therefore, bus fares have to be amended without burdening the public. He said it will be possible to stabilize the situation by April or May.
Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa paid his last respects today to late former Minister Gunawardana Weerakon. The Prime Minister paid his last respects to former Minister Gunawardana Weerakon at a private funeral parlour in Colombo. He expressed his condolences to the family members. Late Mr. Gunawardana Weerakon entered politics through Janata Vimukti Peramuna and later elected to Karandeni Pradesh Sabha representing Sri Lanka Freedom Party. Thereafter, he worked full-time with Sri Lanka Freedom Party and became Provincial Council member of the Southern Provincial Council and later as a cabinet minister after entering Parliament from the Galle district. He was a father of two and 74 years at the time of his demise. The funeral was held this afternoon at the General Cemetery in Borella.
Students of 17 government and private universities sent testing equipment to the sky from Bandula, Kandalama to explore possibilities of sending a satellite. Now, the aim is to explore various particles and weather data in the stratosphere. The students who came to Kandalama D.S. Senanayake school premises released a box of testing equipment to the stratosphere using a balloon around 6:35 a.m. The new science research unit established at the Peradeniya University by students of 17 state and private universities is conducting research. Physical Science faculty of the Colombo University and Professor Chandan Jayaratne supervised this activity.
A program took place today to recognize artists and to offer financial assistance to artists who are not well. It took place at the BMICH in Colombo. The program has been organized by Humanities Social Service Foundation. The program took place under the patronage of Venerable Bengamu Nalakathera, Chairman of Rupavahini Corporation, Reginald Kure, and veteran actress Shriyani Amarasena. Financial donations were made to Suminda Sirisena, Rohana Badage, Samanthi Lanarol, Manil Chandralata, Hemapala, and Sanati Kumbura. Business Brief program telecast over national television was felicitated as the best television program of the year for humanity. Honorary titles were bestowed on 20 persons including artists and doctors. Chairman of Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation, Reginald Kure, was conferred with Deshamania National Honorary title.
Now, Inspector General of Police C.D. Vikramaratne paid his last respects today to the 4 policemen who died in the shooting incident at Tirukkovil police station. Meanwhile, the 4 dead police officers have been promoted posthumously. The IGP who visited their residences expressed condolences to the relatives of the police officers on behalf of the Sri Lanka Police. The IGP also made a financial donation to the families. Police Sergeant KLM Abdul Kader, Constables A. Navinath, TBK P. Gunasekara, and Police Constable Driver DMTH Pushpakumara died in the shooting.
Puttalam District Secretary K.G. Vijayasiri says that a kilogram of green gram was purchased for 455 rupees. A kilogram of those green grams will be sold for 200 rupees to Lanka Satosa. Therefore, farmers who cultivate green grams say that they have been provided concessions by the government. The harvest has been purchased from the farmers who cultivated green grams during Yala season under Tabova scheme of Karuvala Gaswava Divisional Secretariat area. The District Secretary said Treasury has released funds to purchase 10,000 kilograms of green grams. The aim of the program is to prevent private organizations and companies purchasing green grams for low rates. A kilogram of green grams can be purchased for 225 rupees from Lanka Satosa. Farmers have expressed their appreciation for the government purchasing their harvest.
Well, that's a wrap of tonight's primetime news bulletin here at Rupavahini ChannelEye, and until we meet again next time, do take care, stay safe, and good night.
Good night.